Hello everyone, welcome to our house and welcome to the first moving vlog. I just filmed the house tour that you saw last time, and today I'm just here to, first of all, enjoy the fact that we bought a house, but also water the plants, basic things like that, and I need to measure some stuff. First thing we need to measure is the height of the ceilings, because that's the only measurement we don't have. And once we do have that, I will be able to order wallpaper, which is important because it has a delivery time. I think it's print to order wallpaper. I brought some basic items over so that we now have some cleaning stuff, dish soap, regular soap, plates. I also got us some food in the fridge and celebratory drinks, of course. We're just gonna take it slow today. I did also bring the paint samples and the floor samples that we have. So I think my friend's coming over. Robert is out today, but my friend's coming over and we might just look through these and see which fits in which room. And if there's any time, we might even go to the hardware store and buy some paint samples to get us started. It's gonna be a lot of work and we need to get started as soon as possible with all the renovations here, because we only have 3.5 weeks before we move in, and by that time we need to at least have the floors and walls done, and very preferably the ceilings as well, because once you start breaking down ceilings, you might as well do the walls and floors over again. So no, it won't be that bad, but yeah, that is the plan. So I'm just gonna take you along today, and we'll see how far we get. I've noticed I kind of struggle with vlogging consistently. So sorry, it's a bit of a jumbled mess up until now. I will try to do better. But anyways, what we have done here over the past couple of days, my friend came over, we measured all of the walls and the height of the walls and everything, and we ordered the wallpaper. We moved a couple of boxes here with stuff to empty out the apartment in Amsterdam, because the photographer came yesterday. Our landlord is selling the apartment, so yeah, the photographer came to take pictures. We also tore down those golden strips, obviously, in the kitchen. That was much needed. Yeah, my friend and I got some paint samples and we tried those on various walls. I just got back from the store and I purchased them. I ended up actually buying all of the colors that we got samples for, I'm fairly sure, except for one, because that's the one that's going to go in the kitchen, and the kitchen is going to be a bit of a thing. I want this color in the kitchen. We are heading off to IKEA tonight to order the kitchen, so I need to measure everything, make sure that we get the right size, because that is quite important. We are ordering our kitchen from IKEA because they have the exact look I'm going for. I have been in love with the pot bin kitchen for years, and that is just, it's exactly what I want. And I've noticed that when we look at other places, that sell kitchens. I'm just looking for something that looks as much like the pot bin kitchen as possible, so we're just gonna get the pot bin kitchen. But until then, I made a shopping trip today to buy the first of the materials that we're gonna need for the renovations. Oh, also yesterday we asked around, called around, looking for contractors that will help us do all the renovations, because we want to replace the wall here right next to the kitchen. We have the this bit that leads into the garden. We want to put French doors in there. We found the perfect French doors, but the company that makes them doesn't actually install them, so we'll need a contractor to, or they do install them, but they don't remove existing walls. And the bottom half of this is still brick wall, like the outer wall of the house. So we'll need to find a contractor to do that for us, as well as the ceilings, which are even more of a fire hazard than we were aware of, because apparently when these catch fire, this right here will do a full Viserys Targaryen on us and just start dripping hot golden plastic, which is not good. And the other softboard ceilings apparently explode into a rain of fire. So we are getting rid of the ceilings, and it's just a question of whether we will wait for a contractor to do it for us or whether we just start ripping them out ourselves. We called and it's all turning out to be difficult. There isn't a lot of availability, so it's probably going to take a while before we find a contract, or before we get a contractor to come here. So I have decided that before the move, I'm just gonna focus on making everything look nice, making the place feel like our home, and we just have to accept the fact that there will be major renovations happening while we're already living here, because there's no way around that. I was hoping to get some of that at least out of the way, but honestly, realistically, we're moving in within 3 weeks. So it was never gonna happen. So that's why I bought the paint. I bought like knives and scraping things and things to remove the carpets with. We're gonna pull out some of the built-in cabinets. Of course, this mirror wall is gonna have to go. I really don't know how we're gonna do that. We're probably not gonna be able to get around just breaking it. So that's the plan for between now and before we move in, but we'll find out about that later tonight. So I bought a bunch of stuff. I bought one of these so that we can organize our tools, because we only have a couple now and we don't have any way to organize them. This is a white, or kind of like an off-white color that we're just going to use for all of the blank spaces. So everything that's going to be white is going to be this off-white color. And then I got the grayish green that's going to go all around here and the hallways, that bit underneath the wallpaper. So it's this color right here, that one. And then this is going to go on the walls. I got that as well. And this is actually going in the bedrooms. So I got a top of that as well. And since it's going to take so long to get a contractor, probably, it will also take a while before we're able to do the bathroom and the toilet. So I've decided I'm going to probably paint this in the meantime, so it doesn't feel as much as, you know, someone else's house. I wanted to yeah, feel more like it's ours. So yeah, I'm thinking of a color I want to paint this room, but just temporarily until we get someone in to change the tiles for us. But that might take a year or more. So in the meantime, I want it to still kind of look nice. So that is kind of where we're at. I have some friends coming over in a bit to help out and bring over some tools, like bigger power tools. And then it's off to IKEA. So yeah. We're making good progress. I am really, really excited. I have no idea what I'm doing. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. Everything you do either requires skills or patience. I haven't had neither, but that's okay. It's gonna be good. Patience can be trained and skills can be learned. It doesn't look too bad on camera, actually. Mind you, I'm not done yet. This will be better. So we went to IKEA and we saw the kitchen guy, and apparently they are phasing out the Bodvin kitchens. Why they would do that, I have no idea, because it is by far their best kitchen. Some pieces are already no longer being made, and among those are the upper cabinets with the glass doors. And the upper cabinets with the glass doors are the thing that made me fall in love with this kitchen, because I just love the look of little windows, which you may have gathered by now. I'm trying to incorporate little window panes in all the rooms. Anyways, they are no longer being made or sold in the cream color, which is what we want for the kitchen. The lower cabinet doors, for the most part, are still available in the cream. He also told us that the upper cabinets with the glass doors are still being made in the other colors. This kitchen comes in either off-white or cream, and then gray or dark green. So we have decided to go for gray upper cabinets. Let me just show you the design while I explain all of this so you can get a little bit of a better view of what I'm talking about. This is the digital design that the guy made for us. And this is more or less going to be what the kitchen looks like. I went ahead and painted the opposite wall green. Because, you know, that's what I do. So yeah, it is very similar layout wise to the kitchen that is currently in the house. We're just gonna make it a lot more old-fashioned, taking it out of the 80s. I'm going for a much more old-fashioned kind of rural countryside look, which I absolutely love. And I actually think the different color upper cabinets don't look that weird. I actually think it makes the whole thing look a little bit more current and modern. We really love this countertop as well, if I can. Nope, I can't. Come on, let me... Yes, there we go. This countertop that has this kind of herringbone almost accent. Of course, this farmhouse style sink, which I absolutely adore. We're going for drawers in the bottom cabinets whenever possible. Oops, sorry, I can't operate this thing. We are on the fence about this thing and whether we want to buy this at IKEA or maybe somewhere else. But we are getting the induction cooker there. This is a built-in dishwasher. Oh, it doesn't actually open into the dishwasher. Never mind. So that's the dishwasher there. We have the corner cabinet here, which opens up into a huge space inside. Lots of storage. Here we will have two high, like floor to ceiling cabinets. This is gonna be the fridge and freezer. And then here he left an opening because we are probably gonna buy an oven somewhere else. Not from IKEA, so that's where the oven's gonna go. Yeah, that is the plan. This is the plan for the kitchen. Nice and dark wooden countertop. It's gonna be lovely. We're gonna get, of course, built-in lights underneath all of the cabinets. Might even get some lights built into the glass cabinets, because I think that would be really, really nice. Much more storage than we have now, and plenty of storage. Drawers everywhere, of course. He is building in 2 layers of cutlery drawers into this one, which is going to be great. Yeah, that's the idea. And then on the opposite wall here, we would like to hang some shelves, maybe a rail, or like that black rail that we have in the kitchen now. Maybe I could display some cookbooks there. That would be great. So now we just need to look for all the appliances that we might not get at IKEA. And find those in the right sizes and everything, and then they're gonna order this kitchen for us, and they are also going to build it, and it should take about 12 weeks. We have another appointment with them next week to talk over all the details and order the whole thing. So after that we'll know for sure what it is that we're getting, but we really like this design and I am determined to snatch the last of the Bodvin kitchens. So yeah, this is probably gonna be it. I'm really excited, and I cannot wait to see this inside the house, because this is completely our style, whereas the current kitchen is very 1980s. It has those cloudy cabinet doors, of course the golden knobs, and doors with no structure or texture, and I really like when doors have a bit of, you know, like this, when there's something going on, not just a straight panel. So I'm really excited about this and I cannot wait. I was ripping up that carpet upstairs and then there was this vinyl underneath. And if it had been on the entire, in the entire room, I would have probably left it, but it wasn't. There was this strip on the side missing for some reason. So I thought, you know, let's remove that as well. So I tried ripping it up and it kept tearing. So I texted Robert a photo. I said, the carpet was a breeze, but this is really hard to remove, keeps tearing. So he asked me what the material was on the bottom. Asbestos. I just spent 15 minutes, half an hour, tearing up asbestos and then panicking because I realized what I'd done. I was also wearing a face mask or like just a proper like respirator the entire time I was removing the carpet because of the dust. And then the moment I start tearing up actual asbestos, I took it off because it wouldn't be as dusty anymore. I think I'm done panicking now. Apparently the risks are fairly small if this is all the asbestos I've ever breathed in, which I think it is. But if it is actually asbestos, which it likely is because it does fit the description perfectly, then we're gonna have to have that professionally removed, which is gonna cost a lot of money and time probably as well. I did patch up that bit of wall there. Turned out better than I thought initially. I think if I go over one more time and then paint it, it'll be okay. Oh my gosh, I look horrible. Anyways, I took to gardening instead. So I trimmed all the hedges in the front yard. They look pretty good. Here we go. You can't really tell because there's bushes in front, but I think I did a pretty good job. I did it all by hand. Couldn't have been much worse. Also, as I was doing that, I realized we now have a literal quickset hedge in June, which made me very happy. And if anyone understands that reference, I love you. Robert's on his way here, and when he comes over, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to tackle, honestly. Maybe we'll start steaming the wallpaper to remove that. We can get started in the hallway. There is no asbestos in the hallway that we found in any case, so that could work. Time for an update. So the asbestos guy was here this morning and it is indeed asbestos, but that is the only place where we found it. So he went through the whole house and it's only there, which is good. They're gonna remove it for us. It's gonna cost a sizable amount of money, but you know what? Safety first, safety first. So in the meantime, luckily that vinyl is only on the top floor, so we can continue working on the rest of the house. It's just the studio space that's gonna have to wait a bit. But the wallpaper just arrived, and this is the wallpaper that's going in the bedroom. I am very happy with this. It's gonna be absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to stick it on. So I just made another trip to the hardware store. Oh, I'm also filling up this with textured filler so that it matches the rest of the wall. I think in the end, I actually did a fairly good job of it. I think it's gonna be fine. It probably won't be super straight, but I mean, considering this was a DIY job, it's definitely miles better than the golden strips that were there before, so I'm happy. Robert is upstairs removing the wallpaper from the bedroom, the old wallpaper, so that we can stick this on soon. And yeah, we have a contractor coming by later this evening. This is someone we know personally, that's why he was able to come. And we're gonna see if he is able to pick up the jobs that we have anytime soon, or if we're gonna have to look for someone else or wait for a bit. But our priority for now is to get the ceilings replaced. First of all, safety first, as I mentioned, and secondly, that's gonna give a lot of mess if we do that once we've already moved in. We might have to do it after we move in anyway, because we move in 2 weeks. But yeah. So, okay, that's the update for now. I'm gonna get back to work, finish up this wall first, and then I might start painting. Oh, also, I got some paint for the downstairs bathroom, the little water closet. And I got, let me show you the sample, the same color that we're gonna paint the trim in the hallway. So it's this one, this kind of like grayish green. So I'm gonna paint the entire downstairs bathroom that color, because I assume we won't be able to redo that for a little bit. And I just really want to do as much as I can to make the house feel ours. If you remember the bathroom, we have that wonderful gray or silver toilet, which I think this will go well with it. But yeah, it's kind of like those pinkish, cloudy tiles and that. So I'm gonna try and get rid of all of that and just paint everything green. And I think I'm gonna paint over the ground as well, because I think it'll look weird if I keep that white. So that's a little project I can tackle sometime when I get to it. But let's finish that wall first. We have some friends over today and we are making amazing progress. We just steamed all of the wallpaper off of that wall. Here it is, all of it. Looks amazing. A very nice and clean wall came out from under, which is great because that's the one we're gonna paint. And now we're gonna move on to that one. And the boys just removed the shelves and built-in wardrobe in the other room. So we have lots of space in this room, which is fantastic. They're still tackling this one, but it's gonna be so spacious in here. Oh, and they also ripped out the carpets in this room and in that one. Yay! Oh, so much is getting done today. I'm very happy, but now it's time for some ice cream, because we've deserved that. Okay, I am back with another update. So yesterday we got so much done, a huge amount of stuff. So basically we found out that the built-in closets are attached to the ceiling and we do really have to get the ceilings replaced. So we had to actually remove all of the built-in wardrobes, which is a bit of a waste, a bit of a shame. I might have liked to keep some of them, although we weren't exactly sure, I will admit. We were hesitant about whether we wanted to keep them or not, but now the decision has been made for us because we need to replace the ceilings. All of the built-in wardrobes are out now and the 2 bedrooms are connected. I will show you upstairs. We also managed to completely steam off the wallpaper in one of the rooms, which is great. And we also separated the waste yesterday. So here is all the metal. We have all the wood down here in the hallway. There we are. Let me show you what it looks like upstairs right now. Oh guys, what a mess we find ourselves in. So yeah, this whole project is suddenly turning out to be much bigger than we expected, which we did actually kind of expect. We fully realized that this was a possibility, that we might run into things we weren't expecting beforehand. The built-in wardrobes and the ceilings are a little bit of a problem, but we were expecting the ceilings to be a huge job. We just weren't expecting to have to rip out all of the built-in wardrobes as well. And I do still feel sad because they were all hand-built by the previous owners and they were good, you know, solid cabinets, but the ceilings really do have to go, so our hand was forced in this, unfortunately. So next week we're probably gonna build a wall. We are doing that ourselves because it needs to happen quickly, and I think we're up to that task. We've just never done it before, so we'll have to look up how it works. But we are gonna do it. We're gonna build a wall next week so that the 2 bedrooms are separated again, and we probably are gonna rip out the ceilings ourselves because the contractor that we spoke to said it will be easier to fit our job into his schedule if we do as much work as possible beforehand ourselves, and he only has to have a guy come in and actually put in the new ceilings. If the whole thing is still demolished by the time we have to move in, we'll just keep all our stuff in boxes and we might just pitch our tent in the garden. Luckily it's summer right now and it wouldn't be a problem. Strangely enough, I don't know if I've mentioned this or not, we have a heated garage. The shed and the garage are heated, so we could just sleep in there if necessary, or we can of course stay with friends or family, but we can't move in even with the house in a state. So it won't be a problem, everything will be fine, and we're just gonna try and get as much done as possible before we actually move, and then we'll see what happens. And of course I will keep you updated on what happens next week. If you enjoyed this, I really hope you did. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe for the rest of the renovation vlogs, and of course the room makeovers and everything that's going to be happening after. Thank you for watching guys, and I will see you next week in my next video. Bye!